Imagine waking up tomorrow with the ability to witness everything happening inside your brain every single second. You would see billions of tiny electrical signals racing through an unimaginably complex network, faster than the blink of an eye. While you read these very words, your brain is already performing millions of calculations without asking for permission or even making you aware of them. It is controlling your heartbeat, regulating your breathing, processing every sound around you, recognizing each word on the screen, storing memories, predicting what comes next, and preparing your next thought before you even finish your current one. This extraordinary organ weighs only about 3 pounds, yet it is often considered the most complex object in the known universe. Scientists estimate that the human brain contains around 86 billion neurons, and each neuron can form thousands of connections with others, creating a network of more than 100 trillion synapses. Every second, billions upon billions of electrical impulses travel through these pathways, allowing you to think, feel, move, dream, remember, and imagine. But what exactly is happening inside your brain every single second? The answer is far more fascinating than most people could ever imagine.
The moment you open your eyes in the morning, your brain begins processing visual information almost instantly. Light enters your eyes and strikes millions of specialized cells in the retina. These cells convert light into electrical signals that travel through the optic nerve to the visual cortex located at the back of your brain. In less than a quarter of a second, your brain identifies colors, shapes, movement, depth, and familiar faces. It doesn't simply record what your eyes see. It actively interprets reality, filling in missing details and predicting what should be there. In fact, much of what you think you're seeing is actually created by your brain based on past experiences. Every second, it compares new information with memories stored over your entire lifetime. At the same time, your ears are collecting sound waves from every direction. Tiny hair cells inside your inner ear transform vibrations into electrical signals, sending them to the auditory cortex. Remarkably, your brain can separate different voices in a crowded room, recognize a familiar song after hearing only a few notes, and even determine where a sound is coming from within milliseconds. This process happens continuously, without conscious effort. Every second, your brain filters thousands of sounds, deciding which are important and which should simply fade into the background.
Meanwhile, billions of neurons communicate using tiny bursts of electricity known as action potentials. These electrical impulses travel at speeds ranging from 1 meter per second to over 120 meters per second, depending on the type of neuron. Every neuron functions like a microscopic messenger, receiving information, processing it, and passing it along to thousands of neighboring neurons. Chemical messengers called neurotransmitters cross microscopic gaps called synapses, carrying signals that influence emotions, memory, movement, and learning. Dopamine rewards success and motivation. Serotonin helps regulate mood. Glutamate strengthens learning and memory, while GABA calms excessive brain activity. Every single second, trillions of these chemical exchanges occur throughout your brain. Even when you believe you're doing nothing, your brain remains incredibly busy. During quiet moments, a network known as the default mode network becomes active. Rather than resting, it reflects on memories, imagines future possibilities, solves hidden problems, and helps shape your sense of identity. Some neuroscientists believe this network is responsible for daydreaming, creativity, and even self-awareness. When your mind wanders, your brain is often making connections between ideas that seem completely unrelated, leading to sudden moments of inspiration that many people call aha moments.
Your brain is also constantly working behind the scenes. Every second, your hippocampus decides which experiences deserve long-term storage and which should be discarded. It organizes information, strengthens important memories, and links new experiences with old ones. This process explains why emotional events are often remembered more vividly than ordinary moments. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the memory becomes, because stress hormones increase communication between the hippocampus and the amygdala, the brain's emotional center. Speaking of the amygdala, it serves as your internal alarm system. Every second, it scans the environment for potential danger. If it detects a threat, even before you're consciously aware of it, it immediately signals other parts of the brain to prepare your body for action. Your heart beats faster, your breathing changes, your muscles tense, and adrenaline begins flowing through your bloodstream. This ancient survival mechanism evolved millions of years ago, allowing our ancestors to react instantly to predators. Even today, it helps protect us from unexpected dangers. Your brain also controls every movement you make. Whether you're typing on a keyboard, walking across a room, or simply blinking, the motor cortex sends incredibly precise instructions through the spinal cord to hundreds of muscles. The cerebellum simultaneously fine-tunes every movement, ensuring balance, coordination, and accuracy. If you pick up a glass of water, dozens of brain regions cooperate to calculate the glass's weight, shape, distance, grip strength, and movement trajectory, all within fractions of a second.
Language is another astonishing achievement. As you read these sentences, multiple regions of your brain work together seamlessly. One area recognizes letters, another understands grammar, another retrieves vocabulary, while others predict the meaning of upcoming words. Before you consciously understand a sentence, your brain has already analyzed its structure and anticipated what might come next. This predictive ability allows humans to read and communicate with incredible efficiency. One of the most remarkable features of the human brain is neuroplasticity, the ability to change itself. Every second, tiny connections between neurons grow stronger or weaker depending on how often they're used. Learning a new language, practicing an instrument, solving puzzles, or simply experiencing something new physically changes your brain's wiring. New pathways form while unused connections gradually disappear. This constant remodeling continues throughout life, proving that the brain is never truly finished developing. Sleep may appear peaceful, but inside your brain, the activity never stops. During deep sleep, memories are strengthened, damaged cells are repaired, and waste products accumulated during the day are flushed away through the recently discovered glymphatic system. During REM sleep, your brain becomes almost as active as when you're awake. Dreams emerge as different brain regions communicate in unusual ways, combining memories, emotions, and imagination into vivid experiences that sometimes feel completely real.
Your brain is also one of the most energy-demanding organs in your body. Although it represents only about 2% of your total body weight, it consumes roughly 20% of your body's energy. Every second, billions of brain cells require a continuous supply of oxygen and glucose delivered through an intricate network of blood vessels stretching hundreds of miles if laid end to end. Interrupting the supply for only a few minutes can cause irreversible damage, demonstrating just how dependent the brain is on constant nourishment. Inside your skull, specialized cells called glial cells outnumber neurons in many areas. For decades, scientists believed they merely supported neurons, but modern research has revealed they play active roles in learning, repairing tissue, regulating communication, and defending the brain against infection. Astrocytes provide nutrients, oligodendrocytes create insulating myelin that speeds electrical signals, and microglia act as the brain's immune system by removing damaged cells and harmful invaders. Perhaps the greatest mystery remains consciousness itself. Scientists can observe neurons firing, map entire brain regions, and measure electrical activity with astonishing precision. Yet no one fully understands how billions of electrical and chemical signals create the experience of being you. How does the brain transform microscopic electrical impulses into love, fear, music, imagination, curiosity, or the awareness that you're reading the sentence? This question continues to challenge neuroscientists, philosophers, and researchers around the world.
Every experience you have leaves a physical mark inside your brain. Every conversation slightly alters neural pathways. Every book you read strengthens certain connections. Every skill you practice reshapes microscopic networks. Even as you finish reading this story, your brain is no longer exactly the same as it was when you started. New synapses have strengthened, old ones have changed, and your understanding of the world has expanded by countless tiny adjustments happening beneath your awareness.
So what truly happens inside your brain every second? The answer is nothing short of extraordinary. Around 86 billion neurons exchange trillions of electrical and chemical messages, constructing reality from raw sensory information, preserving memories, regulating emotions, directing movement, solving problems, predicting the future, protecting your body, and continuously rewriting themselves through experience. Every heartbeat, every breath, every thought, every dream, every emotion, and every decision emerges from this astonishing biological universe hidden inside your skull. Although scientists have uncovered many of its secrets, the human brain remains one of the greatest mysteries ever explored. Every second of your life is powered by an invisible symphony of unimaginable complexity, a masterpiece of nature that continues working tirelessly from your very first breath until your last, shaping who you are, how you experience the world, and what makes you uniquely human.